It's time now for the Peter Channel News, 11 a.m. report, Wednesday, September 24th, 2014. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and here's what's happening here. Our top story at 11 a.m. here is President Barack Obama is calling on the world to join him in an effort to degrade and ultimately destroy the Islamic State militants that have taken over the large areas in Syria and Iraq. India celebrated putting a spacecraft to orbit around Mars on Wednesday, hoping that a rare feat will show the world to open for business in space exploration and inspire a new generation of homegrown scientists to help drive growth. In Oman, a Jordanian court last night acquitted radical clerk Abu Qatada of terrorism charges and immediately freed him in more than a decade of legal cases against the firebrand preacher. There's something a bit different about being served a square slice of pizza. The same can be said about BlackBerry's new square smartphone. Shortly before the United States and its Arab allies launched airstrikes on Islamic State positions across Syria on Tuesday, cruise missiles launched from U.S. warships in the Gulf and Red Sea struck two areas west of the city of Aleppo. In Washington, sales of new U.S. single-family homes surged in August and they hit their highest level in more than 6 years, offering confirmation that the housing recovery remains on course. With great fortune comes great responsibility. That's the message Alibaba co-founder Jack Ma delivered in New York today about his plans for spending a windfall earned from his company's record-breaking IPO. U.S. warplanes have carried out new airstrikes on Islamic State militants in Iraq and Syria, hidden vehicles and arms dumps, the U.S. military said. Police are on high alert for revenge attacks against more than officers following the shooting of teenage tourist suspect Numan Haider in Australia, as Chief Commissioner Ken Lay wrote to Victoria's 13,000 police officers, warning them to be prepared for any situation. A senior official with China's Economic Planning Ministry and his son took bribes from a Guangzhou carmaker, including kickbacks for helping improve the opening of a Toyota Motor Corporation. Philip Williams walked to a police station on Wednesday in Philadelphia as Williams, Kevin Arrigan, and Kavanaugh are being charged with conspiracy, aggravated, and civil assault and reckless endangerment. A memorial to Michael Brown, the unarmed black teenager shot by police in Ferguson, Missouri, burned and community still gripped by mistrust, again burst into violence. The Florida governor's race on pace to be the 2014's most expensive grilling campaign in the country is a dead heat with 6 weeks until election day, according to a new poll out on Wednesday. In New York, Walmart is expanding its financial service product line by offering low-cost checking account to anyone over 18 years old. Bill Gross's PIMCO Total Return ETF is being investigated by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission over whether artificially inflated asset prices boost returns, according to Wall Street Journal. The World Bank on Wednesday slashed its forecast of Russia's economy over the next 2 years, saying growth would stagnate amid a lack of structural reforms and Western sanctions over Russia's role in the Ukraine conflict. Take a look at the U.S. stock market report here. Dow Jones 17,073.46, up 17.59. S&P 500 1984.56, up 179, and Nasdaq 4518.10, up 9.41. Is Walmart up, slipped down? Judging from a teardown by researcher IHS, the manufacturing cost of iPhone 6 and 6 Plus should help Apple maintain its margin among the highest in the smartphone market. They reported fixed issues with the keyboard, Safari browser, and drop share and VPN for the iOS 8.01 tablet. In Washington, media company Discovery Communications Incorporated demanded business concessions for a condition for non-opposing Comcast Corporation's bid for Time Warner Cable Incorporated. Haley Dunphy's on-screen boyfriend problems had nothing compared to the real-life restraining order Modern Family star Sarah Allen got against her ex-boyfriend, claiming he had choked her parishioner and threatened her life. The daughter of hockey legend Wayne Gretzky and her poor golfer fiancé Dustin Johnson are having a baby. Pauline Gretzky said she is so excited to finally share with all our amazing news that they're having a baby. Oh, Jimmy Fallon, don't you know how to challenge Olivia Pope to a game about lying? Last night during Kerry Washington's appearance on The Night Show. Fallon and Washington played a very quick game of box lies in which each contestant picked. Teen actress Chloe Grace Moritz says that she might have found her darkest role yet in the battered Russian child prostitute in the equalizer, even though she has been in some pretty dark stuff. Scientists have taken a closer look at the behavior and social impact that chimps experience when raised in captivity. These are touchy times, and even a simple rate of blip can send the whole security apparatus on a dizzy. A mysterious butterfly shaped cloud spotted over St. Louis last week. Inside an 8-piece protective suit worn by doctors in the front lines of the Ebola outbreak, the temperatures reached at least 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Jill in London is probably gracing the cover of People magazine without a wig following her battle with triple-negative breast cancer. As you're going to fight this, Mrs. London? Hope you fight this with good, positive attitude and focus on the positives, Mrs. London. In Chicago, U.S. officers may be unprepared to safely dispose of the infectious waste carried by any Ebola virus disease patient derived unannounced by the country. Alright, let's take a look at the New England incident alerts here. Motor vehicle accident on 95 southbound on exit 12B in Kenton. Motorcycle involved in use caution in the area. Watch for traffic delays here. In sports, as Jerk Jeter sits at his locker room in his visiting clubhouse, he might have an 424 slump that will include 4 more hitless at bats before it ends here. As he offers wisdom to fellow New York sports icon Eli Manning. Ray McElway, after reaching a course with minutes to spare in 2012 at confused Eastern Time and Central Time, friends greeted him with chants of Central Time. Peter Channel News Time is now 11:06, and it's time now for a little travel report here. And we all mentioned you the motorcycle accident on 95, so try to expect traffic delays here. And 128 on the northbound side, also from Route 2 in Lexington to 3A in Burlington here. Due to an accident on 95, 128 on the northbound side. Near 4 and 225 in Lexington and between Route 3 and Burlington. Try to stop extra time in that area here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute on this Wednesday, approaching the noon hour here. And take a look at the weather outlook here on this Wednesday at 11:06. And okay, this afternoon, Pakistan sky down about 69 degrees east, wind about 8 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clouds got a low 50 degrees east, wind about 6 miles per hour, common in the evening. Thursday, rain likely main after 3 p.m., patchy fog before noon, and then patchy fog after 3 p.m. west. Mostly clouds got 6 degrees northeast, wind about 3 to 6 miles by transpiration, 6%, new precipitation amounts between a 10th quarter and an inch possible. Thursday, rain likely main before midnight, patchy fog upwards, clouds got low 51 degrees west, north wind about 5 to 9 miles per hour, with gust size 20 miles per hour, transpiration 6%. New precipitation amounts between a half and 3/4 inch possible. Friday, chance of rain main before 9 a.m., patchy fog before 9 a.m. Otherwise, most clouds got high near 74 degrees and northeast wind about 8 to 10 miles by transpiration 30%. Friday night, most clouds got low 52 degrees. Saturday, patchy fog before 9 a.m. west. Saturday got near 80 degrees. Saturday night, clouds got low 54 degrees. Sunday, patchy fog before 9 a.m. west. Saturday got near 81 degrees. Sunday night, most clouds got low 55 degrees. Monday, most clouds got near 75 degrees. Monday night, most clouds got low 53 degrees. Tuesday, Pakistan sky down about 69 degrees. Northern temperature is 67 degrees with first sky. That's May for the Peter Channel News, 11 a.m. report on it. September 24th, 2014 on a Wednesday. PJ Wednesday, have a good day. I'll see you for an evening report after the Norton Lancers girls varsity soccer game against Halston. Have a good day. Go Lancers!